What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're having another nail art session, and this time I'm going to be showing you how I created this lovely set of Japanese inspired Galaxy nails, and these were completely the inspiration from one of my lovely subscribers called Sam. It was totally her idea to do Galaxy nails next, so if you're interested to see how I created this design, then just keep on watching. So guys, diving right in with today's nail art session, and this one is a little bit more chill than the last. I'm going to be doing some press on nails, so no fuss, no stress, just getting right into the nail art. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and popped on my clear tips onto my little practice stand here, and I'm now going in with my base colours. So the first base colour is for the thumb and also the ring finger, and that is Gelish's Structure Gel in Cover Pink. So I'm going to be doing 2 coats of this on each nail, curing for 30 seconds in between each layer. And then my next step is the thumb, and that is going to be 1 coat of Kiki London's Blackpool, which is absolutely amazing, I may add. And again, I pop that into my LED light for 30 seconds. And then for the pointer and the pinky, I'm only going in with 1 coat of Kiki London's Electric Island. So now we're moving on to the fun part, which is the Galaxy nail. I'm going to be using an old makeup brush for this because I like the effect that it gave on the middle of my Galaxy. So for my first base layer, I'm going in basically with a tiny little amount of that white gel polish, and I'm creating the middle of my Galaxy. And then I again go in with some more of that white gel paints, and I basically just darken up some parts of that so I have more opacity in the center point. And once I was happy with that, I popped that into my LED light to fully cure, and now I'm going in to start working on my actual Galaxy. So for the outside, I'm using various amounts of blue gel paints and also polishes, and again guys, I will go ahead and leave all of the products that I use linked down below for you. But first I'm just going in with the darkest of my blue, and you may have noticed that I added a layer of top coat. So this is still wet, and I'm basically just mottling that in with that little makeup brush to start working on the outer edges of my Galaxy. So that's starting with the darkest blue and then slowly working in to the lightest blue. So it has been absolutely ages since I've done Galaxy nails, so I am not perfect at this in any stretch of the word, but I basically just play around until I'm happy with what I see. And now for the middle of my Galaxy, I'm going in with this gorgeous teal gel paint, and I'm just basically adding that to where the eye catches first. So I will have all the dark blues on the outside and then the mints, whites and teals on the inside. And so I basically just go ahead and slightly blend those colours together, much like you would do with marble nails. You want to make a really nice blend between the 2 shades. And then again, I cured that, and I'm now going to go in and start working on the rest of the nail. So I wanted to add a little bit of detail to the nail, so you did see that I went in and added some white. I will show you what I'm going to be doing with that later on. But firstly, I'm going to start working on my sort of galaxies, planets, whatever the hell they're called. And I'm basically just adding a small circle to the top side of the nail, and then I added a half circle to the bottom of the nail, and then I go in with that with my white gel paint, and I also have some isopropyl alcohol beside me, and I'm basically just blending those colours, and then I start to work on the centre points, which is going to be the darker blues, just so it has a little bit more contrast from the actual Galaxy. So again, I'm just blending those colours together and really working on it so it has a nice mottled effect. And obviously you do not have to use any kind of brush for this. You could use a little sponge and a set of tweezers and get the exact same sort of effect, but I just had this brush at hand, and when I was practicing it made it super easy for me to get the shapes and the effect I wanted, so I just went ahead and went on with that. And now I'm going to go in with a fan brush. I have a tiny amount of gel paint on there, and I'm going to go in and start creating sort of little stars and tiny little white details in that nail just to break it all up. So as you can see, I'm just basically gently tapping that little fan brush onto my nails so I get some of these little dots. You could go ahead and use this like sort of a spray method or anything like that, but I just thought this was a little bit cleaner. And then now I went in with another layer of top coat, and I'm going to go in and start working on some lines and details on the inside of my Galaxy. So I'm just going in with the same colours that I used previously, and I also have some isopropyl alcohol with me, and I'm just basically going in and adding some colour and then using the isopropyl alcohol to disperse those lines so they aren't as harsh. And then when I was happy with that part of the nail, I did go in and cure that again. And then with my dotting tool and that same white gel paint, I'm going in and creating some little stars and some slightly larger dots. But the larger dots, I'm taking my fine detail brush and creating little stars with those. So I did one at the top and one slightly to the middle and then off to the side, just again to add a little bit more art to this nail. So now we move on to my pointer finger, and this one is going to be a tiny little Galaxy inside a little frame. So I first started by placing my frame onto that nail, and then I went ahead and followed the shape of the middle of that frame, and I coloured that in with the white gel polish. And then my battery died, so I wasn't able to actually show you guys the rest, but I basically just went in with those blue and teal gel paints and created a small Galaxy, and then I encapsulated that with some clear builder gel. And now I'm going in with that white gel paint that I've been using throughout this video, and I'm going to outline that nail with white, and I did the exact same with the pinky nail. So I kept this nice and thin, and I did 2 coats of this, again curing each for 60 seconds in between, just to make sure everything was dry. And now we move on to the ring finger, which is going to be a French tip Galaxy nail. So I first started by buffing the surface shine of that nail so I had a smooth surface to start painting on. And then I went in and cleansed that nail, and first I used my black gel paints and I basically outlined my French tip, but as you could see I did a normal French tip and then I reached the other side and I dragged that gel paint all the way up, so it just had a little bit of something extra and not your average gel tip. So you will notice exactly what I mean as I go in with my gel brush and start to colour it in. So it goes normal at one end and then sort of floats up the whole nail at the other side, but you want to make sure you're keeping everything still in line. And then as you can see, I am just going in and filling that in with black gel paint, and I did 2 coats of this because it is going to be the backdrop for my Galaxy nail, so I wanted it to be nice and opaque. And now onto that cured layer, I'm going in again with that little brush and I'm adding some white just so the colours that I put on top get a little bit of a pop. So as you can see, I just added a slight white shadow in some areas and then added more prominent white in others. And then I switched over to my blues and teals and just added those in there as well. So again, absolutely no rhyme or reason, sticking to the last design, I kept the darker blues on the outside and I kept the teals and the mint colours on the inside, just so it matched my full nail and everything tied in with the rest of my Galaxy design. So I just worked around with those gel paints, blending them slightly until I was happy, and then I fully cured that nail for 60 seconds just to make sure everything was completely dry. And I'm now going in with a layer of top coat again, and I go in with my gel paints to add details inside that Galaxy, just like I did with the last one. Again, I find it so much easier working on a wet layer of gel, and it just gives you such a beautiful finish to your designs, whether they be marble, flowers, or even galaxies. It just adds a little bit of an extra touch and really looks amazing. And then to finish off this nail, once again onto that cured gel, I'm now going in with some tiny little dots to replicate stars. And then like the last nail, I'm going in and adding 2 tiny little crosses and then filling them in the centre so they resemble shooting stars. So now that I have finished the bulk of the nail art for this design, I did want to go in and add a little bit extra just so the nails popped a little bit more. You guys know me, I can't help myself. I have always got to add some glitter and bling in every design. So I first started by adding some wet top coat. This is Gelish Top Off, one of my favourite top coats of all time. It is super glossy and I really love it. So I'm going in and I'm adding that to both of those Galaxy nails. So that would be the middle finger and the ring finger. And I'm going in and adding some of these Born Pretty Store little chameleon flakes. They are absolutely gorgeous and burn sort of like an amber sort of colour and also like a rosy gold, and I thought they really matched this design really well. So I'm just basically sparingly adding them to my Galaxy nails again to bring some parts of the nail to pop a little bit more, and then I fully cured that nail and I top coated everything once again. And then for the glitter sort of touch to the thumbnail, I went in first with some gold foil and then I topped that with some of those little flakes. Again, super simple, but it tied in with the rest of the design. And then I went ahead and top coated that to seal in that part of the design, and then I decided that the ring finger needed a little bit of gold to tie in with everything else. So I went in with some of this gold bling on gel from Indigo Nails, and it is so beautiful, guys. I mean, it is absolutely a dream to work with. So I went in and added a line of that just above my Galaxy nail. So now I'm going to go ahead and start adding a little bit of bling to these nails. One step that is completely optional, but I always like to add some bling just to give the nails a little bit of a bougie look. So I'm first going in with this Missu jewellery gel, and then I apply that to the whole nail, and then I top coat that with my Gelish foundation. And I'm now going in with a couple of little stars and also a little moon on the thumb. And then I added some gold studs to the Galaxy nail, again a little star and also a little shooting star, and then I added a few little studs to the pointer finger and also the pinky. I didn't keep it in the video because let's face it, you guys have saw me add bling millions of times, so I thought I would just cut that part out and basically spare you guys that. So now that I have top coated all of those nails, I go in first with a shiny top coat to seal in my design, and then I go in with a matte top coat to give it a really nice frosty finish. And then to bring out the matte effect, I'm just going in with my gel surface cleanser, and I'm going to go ahead and give those nails a really good clean and just reveal that silky matte finish. And I told you guys it was super simple, and that is this design complete. And finally, lovelies, this is what my design looks like up close and personal, and everything is all mattified and looking really pretty. I absolutely love how this one turned out. I haven't done Galaxy nails in such a long time, but when I first started nail art, it was one of my favourite nail art designs to do, and I used to love just sitting down and creating various styles of galaxies and nebulas and that kind of thing. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my take on these Japanese inspired Galaxy nails, and that you picked up a few little tips and tricks along the way. And finally, guys, to finish off today's video, if you did enjoy my Galaxy nails today, please give me a thumbs up. I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't already, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell to be updated anytime I upload a new video. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!